The first thing you're going to do is open your Hershey Kiss partway and glue it onto the board. The next thing you want to do is create good lighting. So we're looking for a side light. So the highlight will come from one side or the other. So that means your light source needs to be one side or the other. And this will cause your cast shadow to be on either side. In this image right now, there's a little cast shadow showing in the back. That's not going to work great for our drawing. So we need to figure out how to get a side light. So in this picture now, I can see the cast shadow visibly on the front and to the right side. You can tell from the tab of the Hershey Kiss that's sticking up, creating a cast shadow off to the right-hand side. I also have some strong cast shadows that are inside of the wrapper against the chocolate next to the Hershey Kiss. So I am looking for all of those things: highlights, shadows, cast shadows, and middle values in between. So in order to get that picture, I'm using a light from a separate camera, a separate source. And I'm moving both the light around and I'm going to move the Hershey Kiss around. So I'm going to turn it. I might change the angle of the lighting, and I'm just going to play and take a couple of pictures with a separate camera. So the light is on one camera and the photograph is coming from a different camera. All right, so here is the picture that I selected from different ones that I took. So you can see in here, I have some different pictures. And there it is. So now I'm going to edit the picture and make it square. So I'm going to hit the edit button in the top right. I'm going to hit the crop button on the bottom right. And now I'm going to go back up to the top right and change the ratio to square. So at the top right, you see a circle with dots, and next to that are rectangles inside of rectangles. Press that one. And at the bottom again now, I see that it says original, freeform, and square. I'm going to choose square. So now I can see that it's inside of a square frame, but I feel like there's an awful lot of negative space at the top of the image. So the first thing I'm going to do is slide the image up a little bit. Secondly, I feel like I could just zoom in a little bit more to fill up that space. So I'm going to put 2 fingers on the screen and zoom in by pinching my fingers wider. And again, I can move it around and find what I like. And then I'm going to click done. Done. Here is my final photograph. So the drawing paper that I'm working on is square, so I cropped my photograph into a square, and I want it to fill exactly this much space on my drawing paper, no matter how big or small that drawing paper is. So now I'm going to work on a really light contour drawing of the Hershey Kiss, the wrapper, the cast shadow, and the table line in the back of the Hershey Kiss. I'm not going to draw the grid that's at the top, that green area, but I am going to shade it a slightly different shade of gray and leave the white paper white.